Bronson Battersby was known to social services, but his death and that of his father appear to have happened in the most tragic of circumstances. The bodies of Bronson and his 60-year-old father, Kenneth Battersby, were discovered on January the 9th. Children's services say Kenneth, who was on his own with his son, passed away at home, and that meant nobody was there to give his little boy care, and as a result, he also died.
It is a tragedy. I just happened to look out my window and I noticed suddenly this huge police presence, and then I spoke to a couple of residents across the road, and one of them said that they had found a body in there of a child.
Bronson was last seen waving at a neighbour on Boxing Day. The next day, his father arranged a visit from social workers for the 2nd of January. The social worker visited the house that day, but the knock at the door went unanswered, so the police were contacted. 2 days later, a social worker visits again. 5 days later, Bronson and Kenneth Battersby are found dead after the landlady is asked to open the property by social services. That landlady, Maria Clifton Place, didn't want to appear on camera, but she told us she rushed to the address when social services asked if they could gain entry.
I opened the lounge door and Kenny was just laid on the floor, and I knew he was dead. It was just a horrible, horrible tragedy for that poor little boy and Kenny. We're just heartbroken. I classed Kenny as a personal friend. He really helped me out when I needed him.
On social media, Bronson's mother has paid tribute to her little boy and says she will forever miss him.
Just incredible to think that something like this could happen in Skegness, in Britain in 2024. There are obviously lots of questions to answer, but it's just such a tragedy.
Meanwhile, Children's Services says a rapid review has begun.
In the cases where you are most concerned, and they're unusual, you would be contacting the police, and then you would work jointly with the police, because children's social care, social workers don't have the right of entry to a property. Only the police have that in child protection cases. So the police and social care should be working very, very closely together.
Lincolnshire Police are not treating the deaths as suspicious and have referred themselves to the Independent Office for Police Conduct. Joe Black, BBC News in Skegness.